Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Make Love Not War series. And unfortunately, I'm making more war than love right now, as I am at war with the Soviet Union over here, and actually, honestly, the Comintern faction overall. And this came about because I took a risk adding the Italians into the Axis. So I have managed to expand the Axis presence quite a bit here, which is one of my main goals, but it was to do so peacefully. And I took a gamble because the Italians declared war on Yugoslavia, which gave me an opportunity to bring the Italians into the faction. But what I didn't anticipate is that the Soviet Union would bring Yugoslavia into the Comintern faction. This caused the Soviet Union to go to war with Italy, and then Italy called me into that war, and now we're at war with the Soviet Union. Now, we managed to, in the last video, defeat Yugoslavia, and the Soviet Union really didn't come to Yugoslavia's aid at all. And this is pretty much how Yugoslavia has been divided. So Hungary got some of it, Italy got most of it, and then I got, I think, about a state here, over here, from Yugoslavia. So I gained a little bit of territory, as did all of the other nations involved in the war. But now we're at war with the Soviet Union, but there's a country in between the two of us, Poland here. And as a result, we haven't really come to blows. But Soviet Union is working on demand Eastern Poland, so we're going to have to see how that goes and what effect that's going to have on Poland. But I have a feeling that either of two options will happen. This focus will make Poland give up Eastern Poland without a fight, which would be bad for us. Or it will cause the Soviet Union to go to war with Poland. Now, this is probably the best outcome because it may cause Poland to join our side in the war. Now, whether or not they join our faction, because they are a faction of their own, it would bring 3 more nations into the war on our side and would allow us to strike against the Soviet Union. If Poland gives it up peaceably, we might still come to blows, as I don't know the extent of what they consider Eastern Poland might actually butt up against Ostpreußen here. So we may have some fighting. So I am redirecting troops. Now, I have also done a couple other things off camera since then. Just things that I have need to do just out of, management things. So a lot of the air power things I like to do off camera because they're a little bit more tedious. But I grabbed all the units that were acting over the Western Balkans and I pulled them back and I redirected them. So I have increased fighter coverage over Czechoslovakia, and I could actually change that to interception or air power. Air superiority. Either way would be fine. As a matter of fact, we can probably switch that to interception with the smaller fighter groups, so we have a little bit more interception. Because I have more of a fear of bombing rather than fighters coming after me at the moment. Oh, I don't want these guys to have 2 missions. We'll just have them have 1 mission. There we go. And I have more extensive fighter coverage of Western Poland, but again, it's mostly interception rather than air superiority, but a little bit of air superiority. And also, I changed up production a little bit. I realized that I had neglected, once I got the tech, to switch to the next level of tactical bombers, so I've done that. And as a result, I need some aluminum to produce those tactical bombers. So I'm going to need to trade for that before we get started here. So let's switch over to aluminum here. Now, I'm already trading with Hungary, and Hungary is part of the faction, so there's no reason not to keep trading with them. Although I think maybe I'll go with France here. Again, I want to improve relations with countries that I can. Although France is part of the Allies, and they may be at war with me soon. Oh, you know what? Switzerland might be a good call. Let's go with Switzerland. They're not likely to be in the war, and we only need 1 factory's worth because we only need 4 aluminum here, so we're going to send that along. All right. And because we're not directly at blows with the Soviet Union, although we are at war, I'm going to go a little bit faster here because I don't anticipate any blows being struck while this period is going on. Okay, so the Japanese have finally sent over their volunteer units. Now, I don't have direct command over those, so it doesn't really particularly matter to me too much. I don't think having a troop presence over here and Salzburg is as important. So I probably should move this guy over to a more important city like Graz. And I think with the guys that I'm redirecting here, I'm just going to solidify the Polish border. Now, I could put them all up into the Purple Army and kind of, that actually might not be a bad call, because I did send these. Where are the tanks that I sent, and where did I end up sending them? They should be strategic redeploying with the rest. I see some of the tanks. Well, I'll figure that out as they arrive. But these guys here in Prague, I think I'm happy to... I do have some guys going up there. Anyway, the guys in Prague, I'm happy to add to the Purple Army. Not this Purple Army, the darker purple. Actually, I'm not sure which purple is darker. I guess that one's darker purple. So lighter purple. And I am going to strategically redeploy these guys up here, as we have almost no tank presence up in the north. Now, I don't plan on attacking Poland, but I may need to defend them. But for the rest of this, we're just going to let these troops kind of just go where they're strategically redeploying. As a matter of fact, I only had them go up that far, huh? All right, well, I'm going to put most of the tanks, I think, up north. Because that gets me closest to the eastern border in case I need to do that. So mobile troops are going to go up north, but the rest of the troops are going to kind of stick where they are. So let's grab the mobile units. And I don't think I can actually add those into the Purple Army because that would be a little bit too much. But let's strategically redeploy them, and we'll deploy them by this airfield, and then we'll determine where they go from there. And I guess we can have time tick while we do this. We'll have the infantry march or strategically deploy into Breslau here. And then the mountain units, I think a lot of this is hilly and mountainous terrain here. I figure we have them move, strategically speaking, to there. And then we have these paratroopers, which I'll keep in the south down here. So I'll have this cavalry unit stick over here. And then the paratroopers I'll divide up. You know what? I'll keep them together. There's no reason to divide the paratroopers. I kind of like having the paratrooper units together. So we'll put them right there. Alright, so we're getting some forces where we need them. Now, I could ask for access, and would they give it to me? Let's see. Yes, they would. That might not be a bad call, because then I could actually strike at the Soviet Union. You know what? I am going to do that. I don't know if it would actually bring Poland into the war or not, but part of me wants to see what's going to happen here with demand Eastern Poland, one way or the other. Unless there's a way I can cancel this. Let's see. Let's see what the... Alright. I don't see anything that would actually cancel it. Usually there will be something in the focus that says, if this happens, the focus will be given up. Alright, so one of the following must be true. Okay, all that's true. Effect. They get that event. They need to approve of it. Alright. I don't think it's likely that Poland will accept. And just to make sure they don't, why don't we improve relations with them? Or just ask for military access, I guess. It doesn't look like it... Alright, so we'll ask for military access and see what happens. I am concerned, though, that the Soviet Union will get Eastern Poland, but send that along. And then we can actually do the war here, which would be nice. Okay. Great. So, I'm going to come over with my mobile units and sit on this city. I'm going to kind of be cheeky here and sit on cities so that we will capture them if it falls to the Soviet Union. So why don't I have these guys sit over there? These guys sit over there. And I might as well bring my guys. Now, would these guys have access? They would. All right, so let's draw our border. All right, so Purple Army, I would actually like you instead to delete this and draw a new front line. Oh, you know what? It doesn't let me do that. I can move troops in, but I can't draw a line. Let's just see if I'm... Yeah, okay, so it lets me do that, but it doesn't let me draw a line. Well, that's going to make all this very tedious. Huh. Well, I don't want Hungary to be undefended, so you know what? I'm going to keep that offensive line. I know we could benefit. Wait, why doesn't it let me? Oh, okay. I don't know why I was turning red. I thought that was meaning that it wasn't legal. Okay, that's fine. We'll just let them have this border for now, and hope that, you know, they don't get overrun. Now, granted, there are some Hungarian troops here that are not in my command. I'm not really sure what to do with that. Well, we'll just let it go for now. What I would like to do, this is going to be more tedious because of the fact that I can't really draw a line, it looks like here, unless it will let me. Let me see. Let's see if it will let me. So, a front line. No. It won't let me do that in somebody else's country, which is fine, I guess. Maybe I'll just do a presence with only mobile units. I don't know if I like that, though, because mobile units would be able to get in there fast anyway. Alright, well, I'm really torn on what to do here. But, alright, I guess I'll do some movement here. I will protect some major cities. But I'm going to start manually moving troops. Actually, I'm not so worried about these guys. I'm more worried about the Soviet Union. So why don't I strategic move here. Actually, I don't want a strategic move that close. So let's redo that. There. Alright, so this is going to be a little on the tedious side, but we'll get it done. These guys, I'll move down here as well. Okay. Actually, how about I move you up here? Because this is a city that might go to Soviets. Okay, strategic, redeploy. I'm starting to lose track of where I've told guys to go, but I'll just do my best to remember. So we can start drawing a line here, so that we can push against the Soviets. Because I'd like to get this war over with before the British come, as they are doing some warmongery type things. This would just be a lot easier if they would allow me to draw an offensive line, because then I could let the AI fill out the line for me. Now I'm kind of guessing where they need to go, roughly speaking. We can always, as I said, clean up the lines later. Guess you go down here. Is there any other more mobile units? Alright, well, we'll let that happen and then see kind of where we lie. I guess I could have units like this. Strategically redeploy roughly about here, and then we can kind of even them out. And then have these units strategically redeploy to here, and then we can even them out. And I'm just going to send gobs of troops here and there, and then we'll kind of just figure out how we want to do that. How about, you know what? How about you strategically redeploy over here? I would like the mobile infantry to actually be doing something else. So why don't you come over here and join the cavalry unit. Now, I don't know how getting supplies through Poland will work if we're fighting on the other side of their country. Okay. So we have some troops here. We can start evening them out. You go over there. You go over there. I'm going to assume there's going to be... I'll keep the paratroopers in this city. And I'll move these guys down there. And these guys down there. You can move in there. Alright. Ooh, we got the mountain units. Don't think there's any mountainous terrain over here, but... I might hold them in reserve in Prague. And work on a lot of these other guys. Like, we have this big gob of infantry here. Let's strategically redeploy them to the front. And we'll put them right here. Now, I figure we start moving in towards the border here, though. Especially here. Let's actually move in here to Minsk. Let's see if we can capture it. Maybe catch the... Russians flat-footed. Okay, so it doesn't let me move into there, so there's no reason to do that. Okay. And as I said, we're trying to catch them flat-footed, so... We have any tanks going in here? Yeah, we do. Okay, good. You can go there, you can go there. Don't think there's any attachment here, so you can go there. And you can go there. Alright, so we're kind of setting up north. Now I need to start setting up other places. So you come down here. Alright. Get in there. Review. Strategic redeploy down to this corner. The rest of you, I guess, just come in here, whatever. We need some troop concentrations in here. And then you guys... Would make it easier on me if you just all joined the Purple Army, and then you drove in here. Alright. Got more tanks here that I'd like to deploy. We'll put them down south. And the rest of the red units. Why don't you strategically redeploy to... I don't think I have that many troops in the middle, so we'll go there. And then, is there any other red units I'm missing out on? Yes, there are. How about all of you guys? Strategically redeploy. And come to about here. Okay. We're getting our troops set up. Alright, well that's interesting. So that's probably going to drag... We're going to have a fight here. So, let's get pushing. These are forests, which are not really ideal for tanks, but... Let's see what we're facing here. How about you come down here? And you come down here. And you come over here. Okay, that's not looking too bad. My tanks and stuff are still deploying up north. But we may be able to catch these guys soon. I'm just going to wait to deploy a lot of the rest of the stuff, but this is going to be a quick push. Alright. Got things set up. That took a little while to do, though. Oh. Yeah, sure. And I'm actually capturing this for Poland, it looks like. Which is interesting. And Poland is at war with the Soviet Union. So the Soviet Union has done a silly thing here. Now, because they declared war on Latvia, I guess we're not actually involved in the war. I mean, they're not on our side, that is. Alright, so we're going to need air wings in western Poland here. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to have air coverage anywhere near where the fighting is going on, unless it allows me to use stuff... I'm going to assume no. No, it doesn't let me use air bases there, so... Oh boy, what do I do? Can I get... Well, I can get coverage in the Baltic states, which would actually help. So let's throw some fighters into that mix as well. Okay. And over here, got some more close air support that can get in there. Alright, so let's go to this. Alright, we've got... I want air superiority. And I want... close air support. This is going to be really problematic fighting through Poland. But at the moment, it's what I've got to do. So we're going to try it. And I figure... I want to take some of the heavy fighters. Except the only thing is I don't know where those heavy fighters are based. They're probably based far away. The other problem is this airport is completely filled with allied fighter stuff and other things. I would love to have a heavy fighter group here because this is the closest air base we've got. You know what? Maybe I can build up the air base. Also, I need to repair stuff in Slovenia, looks like. Speaking of Slovenia, do I have resistance in Slovenia? A little bit. So why don't I send some troops over there? So how about you come over there. And you Come over here. As a matter of fact, we might as well tell you to strategically redeploy so that you get there quicker without attrition. Alright. That should cover the resistance. Shouldn't be that bad. Okay. Now, there is a way, if I remember correctly, to set up how you treat resistance, but I don't remember where that is. That's something I'm going to have to figure out later. I don't want to treat them harshly because you get more stuff out of not treating them harshly, but then you deal with more resistance and stuff. But again, I don't know where that is, so that might be something I do in between videos. Alright, in any case, we're starting to get the troops in position to try and start pushing against the Soviets. Well, in any case, there's no reason not to push here. So I'm going to take these infantry that have arrived. And we're going to push like that. And I'm going to continue with the tanks to push this way. Alternatively, I could try and go down this way and cut these guys off, which wouldn't actually be that hard. Yeah, let's do that. Or we cut Minsk off. That might even be the better course of action. Let's do that. Okay. So troops are arriving. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to cut these guys off. We just go around here. And they're pretty much done. Matter of fact, why don't I redirect the tanks? To... Yeah, they're fine where they're going, I guess. Alright. So we've got some mobile stuff here. Let's see if we can start cutting things off. We come in here. We fight here to a... Oh, never mind. We just do that, I guess. Let's see if we can pin these guys down so that we can move over here. These guys are coming in there, so I don't see a reason why not. Actually, how about we take both these units, put them there. These units here. And then we've got 3 units here, so I don't see a reason why not to fight here. Oh, that fight's looking not good, huh? Alright, well, never mind there. On the other hand, we might want to do that just to stop them from moving in there. I mean, we're trying to cut them off, so... And these guys... all gonna come in here. Alright. Never mind with that. We weren't able to prevent them. So how about you jump in there? Oh boy, there's a bunch of troops here that I didn't anticipate being there. Maybe cutting these guys off was the right call. Alright, well, we'll throw this... No, not like that, silly. Oh, we got all this infantry, actually. So, why don't we split them up? So, half. Go here, and then we'll split them up even more. And then half. You go there. You two go here. And you come in there. Alright. Alright, the cutoff move looks like it's working. Don't feel like they're doing a whole lot here. We might be able to attack them here to stop troop movement. Yeah, see, this is what I'm not a big fan of, them redeploying and... Alright. I am going to slow things down a little bit here so I can keep an eye on movements a little bit better. Okay, I'm having to defend here. Not ideal. Okay, these guys need to spread out. Come over here. Other vision come over there. Oh, we've got tanks here that I kind of forgot about. Alright, so you guys come in here. One of you goes over here, and two of you goes over there. Alright. It'd be nice if I actually had troop numbers here, but I think because of the... Well, that doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. Alright, how's our Air Forces doing? Our fighters lost 107. Really? And they've lost 71, and they've lost 12 bombers. I might want to switch this to air superiority, it looks like. And it looks like I also need more fighter support in there, if I can get it. So... You're currently... Oh yeah, you're working on Western Poland. How about... Instead you come over there. And then let's take a look at the Baltic. So... This group is at really bad efficiency because of that, so... Maybe we'll have these guys work on interception, these guys work on air superiority. It kind of sucks, because this is as good as it's going to get as far as air coverage. Alright, well, in any case, I think it's a good point to put a cut in the video. So we're getting things prepared to do offensives against the Russians. This is just going to be really, really tough to actually accomplish much of anything, because we're nowhere near our own border. And it looks like the Poles did not join our side in the war, so we can't really do a whole lot here unless I can... Yeah, see, I can't invite them to the faction, and I can't... It didn't naturally do a join of the war here, so... Alright, well, we're just going to have to figure things out. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.